when we put righteous men in judgment seats, that they can be free and not be restricted to 3 strikes and gang enhanced law that don't give the judges who have some kind of love for our people and can see that a young man or a young woman is trying to do the best they can and give them that opportunity to do something. Praise God Almighty.
I'm willing to go ahead, man, and stand up for that same spirit.
That's right.
For that same fight. Matter of fact, I like fighting. You know what I mean? And I'm good at fighting. But I want to make sure, man, I'm fighting for the right reason and for the right cause.
That's right.
And I want to make sure, man, that if I'm a fight, I don't want everybody behind me. I want them on the side of me fighting.
That's right.
I need to know who's behind me when I'm getting down with mine. I just wanted, to say that, the things that's going on the streets, it's real ugly out there, and it ain't getting no better. But as people, man, that come together, that stands for justice, and that really cares about the people, it's time, man, that we really stand up, man, and be down with this.
We heard testimony from other folks on death row, and what we learned was that there are any number of appalling human rights violations that are continuing to occur. So in the prison system, on death row. So while we are fighting that battle to not allow our brothers and sisters to be abused and paid 7 cents an hour for their work, we also have to fight the battle to not allow them to be tortured and not allow human rights violations against them as well. So the battle continues. We have a lot of work to do, but together we will get it done. Thank you.
So we need to let everybody know that we are sick and tired of the injustice that's going on in California, where we are in prison at numbers that are astounding, that the rest of the world will look at and say, what is going on in America? So we need to tell the state of California that the 3 strikes initiative is over, and we want you to repeal it right now. Somebody say, right now.
Right now.
We've been called to Sacramento because peace has been broken. Peace is broken because the people have not known justice. Because our brother, Oscar Grant III, was gunned down for all of us to see on television. And when the district attorney had in his hand the authority to arrest and bring charges against a videotape murderer, he said to us that whenever law enforcement is involved in a homicide, that they are not compelled to bring law enforcement authorities to the bar of justice with deliberate speed. He said that there is a special protocol that exists whenever law enforcement authorities are involved in a shooting. He did not fully describe it to us on that day. He left it to us to do our homework. And when we went home and did our homework, we discovered that the state of California and its legislators right here passed a special Bill of Rights for police officers. Now here, you and I believe that we're already protected by the Bill of Rights. It's because the face of government that our young people know on the street is not the mayor, it's not the congressman, it's not the assemblyman. The face of government, where the rubber meets the road, are law enforcement officers in the streets that are brutalizing our people.
I know what it feels like to be in Pelican Bay Shoe 24 hours a day, having guards brutalizing you, hearing 200-pound, 6'5" Crips and Bloods and JAMA BGF members crying out for help. And you can't do nothing but sit in your cell and cry and tell that brother, man, be strong. Don't let them do that. Don't let them get you down.
Yes, sir. when I walk through these streets of East Oakland, Richmond, West Oakland, I'm able to talk to these brothers and sisters out there. I'm not afraid to sit next to them while they doing their thing. That's not my business. Because I don't got no economic plan for you. But what I'm telling you that I love you, that I feel your pain, that I know where you're coming from. So I will never stand up here and tell anyone that I'm your community leader unless I'm going into the community lead.
That's right.
So with that being said, I want to thank the nation, the clergy members, the business members, all of the youth, the Brown brothers. Thank you for coming here. We're here with solidarity with you. This is not the last.
That's right.
You will keep on hearing and seeing. And they cause a bunch of hoodlums and hooligans tearing up Oakland or wherever. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Thank you.
Pleased I am to be here and to see all of you. Because everybody doesn't see you.
That's right. That's right.
When our little kids dropping out of kindergarten, there's not enough people paying attention to that. When we have 175,000 prisoners in the state, and the majority of them are men of color,
That's right.
nobody sees that
That's right.
and talks about that.
That's right.
When we spend $10 billion a year on our state prisons, more than we spend on higher education, they don't see you.
That's right.
And they're not paying attention to this issue. I'm standing here with my brother, Joe Cotto, Assembly Member Joe Cotto, former chair of the Latino Caucus, to say that as chair of the Black Caucus and the Latino Caucus, there will be a brown-black coalition that will address this question.
I spent about 18 years ultimately as a superintendent of the Oakland Public Schools. I started there as a teacher at Lafayette Elementary School. And I spent 6 years there, worked my way up, and ultimately became the superintendent. And the most frustrating problem that I had was that we never had the necessary resources to make sure that our kids receive the quality education.
That's right.
That true?
Yeah.
And we got to put a stop to that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Latinos and African Americans have got to work hand in hand to make sure that we accomplish that objective.
And of course they got a Columbus statue right in the middle of the Capitol.
He is the reason why crack is on the streets now. He is the reason why we have a fucked up community. People are robbing each other for the simplest shit just to get a hit.
But he's got such a great smile.
Oh yeah.
Little cowboy hat on. I wonder if he's a lip reader or something. Yeah, there's a cop right there. Everybody's gone, they're still up there. This whole street's filled with cops.
And I know it's never no cops here.
They're just lounging.
Taxpayer money.